The Roman Empire is in. And not just the Roman Empire, but the Hellenic religion as well. And it's all overseen by Zenon with the tress, who is getting on in years, but he has a lot of positive health traits, so he should live for a while, long enough to entrench the new status quo. Now, if you didn't see, last time I reformed the Roman Empire and I brought back Hellenism. That makes it so that basically there will be a lot more plagues, all of the peasant revolts will target me directly and not just my vassals. And also, the Mongolians should be arriving anytime soon. But I don't have to worry about them just yet. After all, they do have to grind through half of Asia before they get to me. No, I have to worry about threats closer to home. Such as these gosh dang Christians. Don't they know that they're old news? Yes, dealing with them will be an issue. But first, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually reform the newly revived Hellenism. You see, right now we're an unreformed faith, and we need to change that. I don't really care about changing too much. I do like the idea of remaining pluralist and having no head of faith, and I like the temporal revocable clerical appointment. So you know what, the only thing I will be changing is one of these tenets. And that will be astrology, and what I want to replace it with is Christian syncretism. Now don't be fooled, this doesn't mean we'll be friendly with the Christians, but it does mean that it will be easier to get rid of them from our empire. Here we go, the Hellenic reformation, the world will see that Zeus favor us. And what I'm gonna do now is basically go around and ask literally everyone to convert to reformed Hellenic, and I will do whatever I have to in order to get them to do that. If that means that the entire country will have hooks on me, then so be it. Now I'm also gonna go through my vassals and just give everyone gifts, since I do have a bunch of money. Okay, so these guys are weirding me out. I mean, they converted yesterday from Christianity and they have been Christian their entire lives, now to old paganism, but now they don't want to reform to new paganism. Like, dude, I don't think you have your priorities straight. Ah, and there's that early Mongol invasion the game was talking about. Where are these guys, by the way? Okay, so there's this guy, just the tiny little Mongol empire. With 30,000 troops, I mean, I'm assuming these special soldiers are basically just levies, so honestly they don't seem too scary right now. Also, that's a lot of people with hooks on me, gosh dang. And we're still not done. And I can click this button to reclaim Rome, giving me this nice, useful little county, although I don't really want that to be my capital. I kinda like it over here in Byzantium. Yeah, just gonna move my capital back here. Okay, so it may not look like it, but that's a lot of less people that aren't Hellenic right now. Let's take a look. Yeah, all of these Italians that were so die-hard Catholic just a minute ago, now they're worshipping the proper gods. I mean, can Jesus transform into various animals and do unspeakable things to people? I didn't think so. Alright, let's take a look at my vassals now. I mean, I gotta say, for the most part they really like me. I mean, except for these few holdouts that still didn't accept our Zeus's truth, including the Pope. Pope man, I thought I destroyed the papacy, what are you still doing here? I mean, what if I just grant him independence? He doesn't own any counties, he's just standing in Rome. Same with the Patriarch, actually. Yeah, here's the Patriarch. What the heck are you doing here, man? It is not your house anymore. Oh well, maybe they'll sort themselves out eventually. But yeah, all in all, that's pretty good. We've already got some reformed Hellenic counties. The rest will sort itself out. I guess there's nothing left to do but unpause and wait for the Mongols. Except, yeah, let me check. I do have access to a special CB, right? Yeah, the Roman Invasion CB. What does that do exactly? You seals all titles within his realm belonging de jure to the target title, and all occupied counties outside of it. Oh my goodness, that's awesome, and it doesn't look like I can only use that once. Okay, well that's just ludicrously powerful. Can I do that anywhere, or just in the previously held by the Roman Empire regions? Can I do that to Persia, for example? Yes, I can! Well... yeah, and it's a invasion of an empire, not just a kingdom. Okay, well that's fantastic, man. At this point I can pretty much just conquer whatever I want, eh? Man, look at that. My income has never been higher. This is ridiculous. And you know what? I think this transition to the true Roman Empire deserves a triumph. The first triumph I've ever held, in fact. Nice. Exchange some money for influence. Here's an event I never saw before. Border raids. Imperator Caesar Augustus, I come before you this day fleet of foot. My marshal begins. For scouts have reported that forces under the banner of Sultan blah 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 have crossed our borders and are raiding us, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna go to war with this guy. Okay, bring it on, man, bring it on. I guess I'll just raise my levy, rather not my levy, my professional Roman soldiers here and start sieging down his stuff one by one. Oh dear. And the plagues are here. That's a major bubonic plague. Okay, I'm not sure what to do about that. I mean, I did build some hospitals. There's a level 2, which I will upgrade it to level 3 right now. And yeah, I can upgrade the monasteries to get me more plague resistance. But not sure that will be enough though. Not sure that will be enough at all. Okay, so he will be defending, but I think I will be able to annihilate him. Okay, well maybe not annihilate him, but I will win. And one interesting thing about these plagues are, yeah, sure, they're bad for me, but they're bad for the enemy as well. I mean, look at this. That's in their territory, and this is my territory, but it's their armies that are getting sick. So this whole plague thing is definitely a double-edged sword sort of thing, isn't it? And that's the border raid war won by me. What does it give me? Okay, it gives me a bunch of money, some prestige, and if I had lost, well, he would get some money and some legitimacy. Okay. Whoa, I almost accidentally surrendered there. Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and enforce demands. There we go. Okay, now these plagues are going to devastate my development, both in my capital and all across my empire. Yeah, look at it. That's a big decline, which is going to have an impact on my income. We're already below 300 gold per month. So we're basically broke. I mean, I'm kidding, of course, but it is something to worry about. It could get a lot worse, I think. As for our new Mongol friends, they're still just invading Mongolia. Come on, they're not a threat at all. I hope that isn't ironic foreshadowing. And I will say that the Conqueror trait, it's definitely making this whole thing a lot easier. I mean, my vassals are so much more loyal than they would be otherwise. I didn't basically fight any civil wars since I started the game. For Byzantium, that seems pretty freaking good. I shouldn't say I didn't fight any, but all the ones that I fought were the ones that I started, so that's pretty good. I think this is a good time to do a spiritual legend. The consolidation of the Greco-Roman. Yeah, I'll take that. Also, I do have this faction. Yeah, the Orthodox populists. and they have a lot of nobility supporting them annoyingly. I'm having to create a bunch of titles to grant to my vassals just to help me control the empire better, cause I mean, these are all the guys that are rebelling against me. If I hide them under a loyal vassal, well, that makes things easier. Syria, I think, is also a good candidate. There's this content eunuch, he is a fantastic candidate to be a governor of a kingdom. And I found another content vassal, gonna go ahead and give him Egypt. I'm hoping I'm not creating problems I won't be able to solve later. Oh, and the Mongols have conquered Mongolia, and their strength is worryingly big at this point. And here is my first peasant war since the restoration of Rome. Now, supposedly they have twice the number of soldiers than me, but those are mostly just peasant levy. They should not be too difficult to deal with. Oh, the game is getting laggy. Oh man, did you see that 120? There we go, 119 advantage. Oh, I guess because they're in debt. Fair enough. They want a white peace. Yeah, right. Okay. Ah, gosh dang it, they have two little hosts here hiding away. And I have to destroy them all in order to end the war. You know what, instead of marching my army all the way from Constantinople to here, I think I'm gonna just hire holy orders in addition to a mercenary company just to bolster them. And that's still not 100% war score. Come on, where are they hiding? Do I have to defeat these guys as well or what? There we go. Alright, well, nothing's happening right now, so I think it's time we start to, well, to use our Roman invasion CV. And the perfect target is Burgundy. I'll get all this land, and if I siege down these counties that are within my realm, well, I'll get those too. And that was easy. And like that, my realm expands. And this is not just vassalized, this is all directly into my personal domain. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful CB. And now I can continue straight up to France. And because I'm invading an entire empire, I can basically just get all of this in a single war. I like it. I think it's fun. Also, wait, why didn't I get this? I thought it definitely said that I would get all the counties that I occupied. Oh well, I guess it's not too much of an issue. And Touraine, as well as the rest of France, is now Roman again. Germany, I suggest you increase your army size. And finally I can increase my legend to level 3. I'm gonna go ahead and complete it. The only thing I'm really interested in is this decision. So, this is how our faith looks like right now. There's only a little bit here of capital and isolated pockets all over the place. But we click this button and all of a sudden our religion is looking quite healthier. Basically all of Egypt is now Hellenic, most of Italy, large chunks of the Balkans and the Anatolia, as well as the steppe here. What about France? Yeah, France even gets some Hellenic, good for them. Guess I might as well start another holy legend, just for the sake of converting even more land to the correct religion. I think I'm gonna use this decision for the first time. If I understand this correctly, any embarked enemy army that's within the Strait of Bosphorus is going to get damaged, so let's try it. Well, these guys just passed through Byzantium and they didn't get damaged. I don't know what's up with that. And this is a success. Unfortunately, it's kinda too late now. Although I do appreciate it, that is a fun little event that you can do. It sort of acknowledges that Byzantines basically had medieval napalm, which is cool. Oh, hello. Huh. I can burn these 91 guys. Sure, why not? And now I can burn these 196 guys. Okay. Okay, that is kinda fun. Oh, these 15 guys, they're gonna get it. Now, this is the second time the Patriarch has fought a war against me. Can I just give this guy independence or something? Because I really don't want anything to do with this guy. And now that he's independent, what happens if I just execute him? Okay, now there's another Patriarch and he's still in Byzantium, it seems, but he's no longer my vassal. Well, good riddance, I say. Okay, and what about the Pope? The Pope is apparently my strongest vassal, even though he holds no land. And didn't I dismantle the papacy in the last video? What's going on there? Pope, I don't need you, I don't want you, go away. Okay, whatever. Now, hopefully I will never have to think about either of those two guys ever again. I'm not happy about the fact that I am now losing money. Of course, a part of that is that I am spreading a legend, but damn, I wish I was getting more taxes. And here we are. In a year or less, there will be succession. I guess I better finish up my legend. Oh no! I won't get to finish my second legend. Oh, that's annoying. Well, actually, I'll probably be able to inherit it with my next character, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm cleaning up the borders a little bit here. The Mongols are bordering me. They are strong, but I don't know, man. They seem to be struggling to take all these little one county or one duchy realms here one by one. But they are getting there. I got my eye on you, Temujin. And Xenon II's story ends. Caesar Augustus Megistus. Well, his story is also ending. So our position now is that everything is awesome. All my vassals love me, I have fantastic stats and traits, everything is great except for the fact that this guy, well, he is not long for this world. And what's really bothering me is that because I'm only going to rule for a few years, probably maybe even less, well, I'm going to go through this whole placating my vassals business over again. But I guess it can't be helped. This character's rule is going to mark a bit of a change in the administration of the Roman Empire. As you can see, through this entire game I have been focusing on keeping my vassals as weak and separate as possible, which is why I have these 1,000,000 county level vassals. For the most part that's great, except that literally every 2 seconds I have to deal with inheriting some count's lands and then having to appoint a new person, and that's fantastic, because it makes it that your vassals are super loyal to you, but it is a lot of annoying work. So, to cut down on that problem, I think I'm going to add a bunch of middle managers, essentially. Like finding a nice, loyal ruler here in Croatia who is of the correct culture and religion. Okay, this guy, he isn't Greek, but he's not going to be much of a problem. And so, congratulations, Mihailo, you get the Despotate of Croatia. And now he can worry about all of the little vassals there. Gonna do the same thing in Serbia, and Wallachia, and Zaporizhzhia, the Caucasus, Jerusalem, and Armenia. I also created a bunch of duchies all over the place, And I didn't give up any of the biggest kingdoms, such as Bulgaria, Nicaea, Anatolia, and so on. And because I want to live as long as possible with this character, and he already has a bunch of perks in the learning lifestyle, but none in the whole of body tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset those perks and fill up this nice little tree. There we go. Oh, I also have a couple of perks in the new wandering lifestyle. Okay, next. I do want to inherit my predecessor's legend, and I can immediately complete it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Which means I can evangelize to the realm. Now, currently, this is what the realm religion looks like, and this is after clicking the evangelize to the realm button. Much better. Oh, and here's fun. In order to ensure that my realm won't be just eaten up by the Mongols, I can ally them, which I think is not a bad idea. I think I am totally going to be doing that. But also a thing that I'm gonna do is just gonna go ahead and try and get rid of Genghis over here. Because we are the Byzantine Emperor and we have a whole bunch of scheme bonuses, we have pretty good odds. And especially when I add in my agents. And finally, before this character passes, I want to use his Holy War, because I have noticed that we no longer have access to the Empire Invasion CB. Unfortunately, it looks like that's just for the character that actually restores Rome and not his heirs. We still have the Restore Imperial Province CBs, but those are just for individual counties. So, currently our best option for quick conquest is Kingdom Holy Wars. And to do that, we need to be a level 3 devotion. Currently we're level 2, so let's go on a pilgrimage and fix that. Alright, having spent some time pilgrimaging and feasting and holding chariot races and triumphs, time to go back to war. Now, I think it makes sense that I'm going to try and conquer the entire coastline of the Mediterranean. But before that, let me just clear out these Aquitanians out of my country, and then we'll refocus to the south. And like that, the Carlings have been kicked out of France. Oh, dang it. Because I have the Christian syncretism tenant, my holy wars against them don't actually get rid of them entirely, they just vassalize them. Well, that's okay, because I won't be fighting Christians anymore. Now, it's the Ashari that are going to get it. I can choose the reassert holy mission decision, and then I can attack. Well, who do I want to attack, and for what? I guess I'll take Tahret from this conqueror, Sultan Muhammad II. I can't actually do a holy war against him. Not sure why though. I can do one against Bavaria, for example, but not against Al-Sharq. Oh, I just realized that, Shark. That's a cool name. Okay, well, in that case, for now, I'm just going to take back this little county here to fix up the borders. I'm not even sure how I lost that. Must be some weird succession thing. Oh, would you look at that? I just had a genius son, who of course has much greater potential than my current oldest son and heir. So you know what? I think I'm going to raise this kid myself. And I'm also immediately gonna designate him as heir. Okay, so here's something interesting. I can dismantle the papacy. Oh yeah, I never actually dismantled the papacy, I only mended the schism, which is a different thing entirely. Yeah, why not? Let's get rid of the Pope. Okay, a quick update on the Mongols. They have now truly reached my borders. I mean, they border me up here in Eastern Europe and down here in the Middle East. They conquered the Seljuks and Persia. I am now fairly glad I have that alliance with them. Now, as for the murder plot, I mean, it's going, but it's going slowly. Also, I just realizing I lost all of my agents. Let's fix that real quick. There we go. I'm still at negative 142%, but I guess I'm working on fixing that. I think I know why I can't do holy wars against people in Iberia. I think that's because of the Iberian struggle. It sort of stops for the outside forces from just busting in that way. But that's okay, we can bust in by other ways. The conquest of Iberia is really slow going. I think I'm gonna focus in a more northerly direction for now. Oh dear. Genghis discovered that I was trying to assassinate him. And that ends the scheme. Okay, well... we are still allies. So hopefully nothing's gonna come of that. And Germany is mine. Also, Scandinavia exists. Nice, this guy was the king of Norway with the conqueror trait and he ended up creating the empire, so that's neat. And I got yet another Justinian's dream event, even though I already reformed the Roman Empire. The Restore Roman Empire decision is available now, we'll see about that. Yup, no new decisions available. Oh my god, I just realized that actually gives me access to the Roman invasion of Empire CB. Okay, well that's interesting, I thought that was lost forever to me, in this playthrough anyway. But no. Oh, that's sweet. You know what? I think the conquest of Hispania isn't going to be that difficult after all. And like that, North Africa is mine. And at last, the Roman Empire has the Black Sea as well as the Mediterranean as its own private lake. Ignore these guys, they're not going to exist for too much longer. So a little bit of an update on what's going on. I declared war on the Mongol Empire for the Empire of Persia. Now, my character will be dead in less than a year, I got that event from the learning tree, so I'm hoping that when he dies, his heir will be able to continue on with the same CB, and I will be able to get the entire empire. Or rather, the Empire of Persia, with my next character. But for now, as you can see here, I captured some of their counties, which got me up to 66% war score, but I didn't fight their army yet. Their army is only just arriving. And don't be fooled, this 7,000 isn't all they have. I think I'm going to go ahead and retreat, raise my levy, and wait for them. Come on, I'll try to bait them a little bit with my smaller army. Oh, here they come. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so that's what I was talking about. My character is now dead, and I continue as Euphomios. Yes, long live the Empire. And it seems that I don't actually get to continue the war. Well, that's unfortunate. Also, my banner up here is bugged out. And just a couple of years later, I barely even got to get all my vassals to not hate me, and the Mongols are counterattacking. And they're doing the invasion for the Roman Empire, this entire area, which it would suck if I lost, so let's try and not do that. Now, as you can see here, they have a pretty huge army, 60,000 in fact, and in order to try and fight them off, I guess I will be hiring literally all of the mercenaries. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said literally all. This war has been going on for 6 years now, and as you can see, it's not going that great. I mean, I did win a bunch of battles, but just from occupying these worthless steppe counties they got to, 53% war score. Good news! The leprechaun is dead. and his empire is taken over by a 11-year-old. And as you can see, I won a bunch more battles and, well, they still control a bunch of countries, but the war is now going firmly in my favor. Look at this, they're down to 16,000 troops and I'm up to 50k again from hiring a bunch of mercenaries. So yeah, I guess I'll see you when I win this war. Okay, scratch that winning the war part. So 11 years into this Mongol invasion of the Roman Empire, and while my war score is at plus 66%, they have a lot more troops than I do. I can't even hire all of the mercenaries anymore because A, half of them are dead, and B, even my nearly limitless funds are getting dried up. I mean, if I did another round of hiring all the mercenaries, then I would be almost broke, pretty much. I don't want to do that, and also I am so freaking well tired of this war, man. All the micromanaging of the dozens of little stacks, trying to get them to converge at the same time, at the same place to try and win a battle. And then, of course, the Mongols, they have like all of the cavalry and all of the step bonuses. Not to mention that despite their Khan being a 14-year-old now, for some reason they got 30,000 special soldiers. That's in addition to the special soldiers that they had from before. So yeah, you know what? I think I just want to end this war no matter what. I am going to use this 66% war score while I still have it, and just do a white piece for now. But before that, just for funsies, let's see what would happen if I surrendered. Oh, that's not pretty. No, it's not pretty at all. Okay, so I am now the despot of Crete. I am still an administrative realm, but man, that's not pretty. But that doesn't matter in either case, this was just for funsies. Let's go back to the OG timeline. And here we are, gonna just do a white piece. So there we have it. The state of our empire right now is it's ruled by a 27-year-old genius conqueror with awesome stats, but our army is somewhat battered, and the Mongols are as strong as ever. And we also have a few more territories to conquer before we can truly say that the old borders of the Roman Empire are restored. Now, this character didn't yet get the Justinian's Dream event, so he doesn't have access to the Empire Invasion CB, but I figure if I do a Great Holy War for England, or maybe for Bavaria, or even conquer all of Hispania, then I will probably reconquer an old Roman province, which will give me the Justinian's Dream event, and then we can have our final confrontation with the barbaric Mongol Empire. But that's enough for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.